Has God rejected his people? Impossible. And there are three reasons that we can prove that. The first is, Paul says, I am too an Israelite. The second is, there's a scriptural proof. And already God said it to Elijah that there are 7,000 who are faithful. And it says now, but what does God's word tell him? I have left for myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to Baal. So too, at the present time, there's a remnant chosen by the principle of grace. And now he says, and listen to this, he says it in the context of Israel and God's dealing with Israel. And I have a reason why I emphasize this to Christians. That Paul says in Romans 11 verse 6, if, however, by grace, then it is no longer on the basis of works or human decisions or human efforts. Otherwise, grace would no longer be grace. It is crucial that we understand that what happens with and around Israel is God's sovereign dealings, acts with this world. Think of Romans 9. And there is an emphasis on his mercy, on his grace, on his compassion. It's not his judgment, his justice, his merciless righteousness, or something like that. And Paul reminds us of this here once again. The whole history of Israel is nothing but grace. And the basic message of Judaism, also of today's Judaism. Now, I know that a lot of Jews might say something else, and more Christians might say something else, but the basic message of Judaism is grace. And whosoever, I'm now touching something very crucial in our Christian upbringing and forming, but whosoever understands Judaism as the dark background of laws, the darkness of Torah, on which the light of the gospel of grace then shines all the brighter. Whosoever claims that has fallen to an anti-Jewish Christian religion. This is neither the testimony of the Old Testament nor of the New. Without the knowledge, the awareness that the whole of Israel's history is nothing but grace, we will not understand Romans 11. I hope you understand that I'm here getting up against a lot of Christian thinking where they say, yes, the Jews are the religion of the laws. They have to bring their own effort, and now we as Christians living by grace. If we think that that is part of our anti-Jewish forming throughout Christian history, that's part of our blindness as Christians. Paul here emphasizes and emphatically says that once again, so too at the present time, there is a remnant chosen according to grace. If, however, by grace, then it is no longer on the basis of works. And you can say, actually, even theology is works. If we as Christians come and say, yes, you have to believe the right thing, and you have to claim the right thing, and you have to say the right thing, it's a work. Grace is something that God gives in His mercy, that is unmerited, not even merited by our own decisions or our correct theological understanding. And this is what we have to understand if we want to understand all that is coming. Otherwise, grace would not be grace anymore.